Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Vanpo 1/4" drive torque wrench. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So on the front here it says the spec, 1/4" drive, 20 to 200 inch-pounds, or 2.26 to 22.6 Newton meters. Precision is plus or minus 3%. It comes with this blow molded case here. Looks like a couple things fell out. So this is obviously my first time opening it. So this was being shipped from a long distance away. I don't know if something else will come loose here if this is shaking a lot. Let's see. That seemed to hold in okay. Looks like this socket was already loose. So these seem pretty secure in here. Like if I hold this upside down, they're not going to fall out. So I'm guessing those just fell out during shipping. So this comes with the 1/4" drive torque wrench, but it also comes with these other bits. It has 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 millimeter hex bits. Has T25, T27, T3 torques. I think that T3 is actually supposed to be T30. Then it has 8, 9, 10 millimeter sockets. It has a 3/8 inch adapter, and it has 11 and 12 millimeter sockets. It also has this extension, and it has some knurling on it that can help you speed, tighten, or loosen things with your finger. And here's the torque wrench itself. So this is 1/4" drive, so this would be used on more delicate things than probably like a car engine or wheels or something like that. This would be great for like a bicycle. Looks like we have anodized aluminum on the handle here. And this, a lot of torque wrenches you screw down to tighten it. This one has a sleeve you pull to loosen it. So I'll pull this back and then I can rotate it and then it locks into place. So I'll get that up closer here. So I can rotate this. Say I want 65 inch-pounds. We have it right there, and when I let go of the sleeve it locks it into place. If I pull back on it, let's see how the resolution here. Okay. Actually, I may not be on 65. There I was on 65. Okay. So if we want to go to 66.5, pull the sleeve back and it will lock in place on that next increment. So the head on this is also reversible. So you can flip this here. So you can use it in clockwise or counterclockwise. And here on the other side we have Newton meters. On the bottom here is a plastic cap. This unscrews and it looks like this could be used to calibrate it. Let's take a look at the user guide here. So this talks about the accessories you can use with your torque wrench. Looks like here they're using it with a crow's foot or a socket. This talks about pulling down the sleeve to adjust it. There's some more information on adjusting it. This talks about using it, so you apply force to the handle until it clicks. This talks about accuracy. This says don't use it as a regular ratchet. So you really only want to use your torque wrenches for torquing your final torque on your fasteners. You don't want to use it just as a general ratchet, or specifically you don't want to use it to loosen things. It says do not exceed the maximum torque. Do not use an extension bar on it. An extension bar would be like if you put a pipe over the handle. And this says after you use it, adjust the torque wrench back to the minimum. So if you're done, you want to pull the sleeve down and loosen it up completely. Like so. That way it doesn't have tension on it while you're storing it. If you want, you can clean it off with a little bit of alcohol and a cloth. And it says it should be calibrated according to the frequency of use. It is better to recalibrate after 12 months or more than 5,000 times. And this does come with a calibration certificate. So you can see the number on the certificate coincides with the number on the torque wrench itself. So you can see the checks they did on it and how accurate it is. So I'm going to take this over to my shop and we'll test torquing down a few things with this. Okay, I'm in my shop now. I have my bike here so I can demonstrate using the torque wrench. I want to torque this derailleur clamp bolt. You can barely see it here, but you'll be able to see the wrench once I get it in here. So you need to look up the specs for your bike. I found some specs online that are probably pretty close. It said 20 to 35 inch-pounds, so I will set this. There's 20. I'll take it up to 35. So there's 35 there. I'll put the socket on. Okay, so I'm ready to torque this. You just want to hold it by the handle here and tighten it until this thing will kind of deflect here. Okay, there it was. So it's pretty subtle. See if I can zoom in on that a little bit. We're looking here. It was actually easier to feel than it was to hear. But we're looking for the deflection right here. You see how that's tilting? That means you're at the right torque. So the water bottle bolt was 20 to 25. So I'll back this off a little. Take it down to 20. Same thing here. Okay, that one's already torqued enough. That one is torqued enough. I'll check these on the other side. So this one was a little hard to get into. I'll press the button on the ratchet head here to release it, the bit. I'll put the extension on there, and now I can do this one with the extension. Okay, so now we'll do the seat binder bolt. I couldn't find an exact spec on that one, but I got 85 to 125 inch-pounds, so we'll just get it up to that. There's 110, let's try that. So as you can see there, I was pretty close. It actually just turned just a little bit, and then we had that click. So with the tighter torques, you're going to hear a click more. With the lower torques, you're mostly just going to feel it. And I did that a couple times, but to properly torque something, you really only want to do it once until it clicks over, and then you're done. You don't really want to do it a second time. Although it's not really going to harm anything with this. This isn't as precise as like a cylinder head on a car or something like that. So I've been torquing fasteners on my cars for years, and I hadn't been doing it for my bike, but I probably should have. One of the problems was the availability of torque wrenches that were affordable. But now with a torque wrench like this, I can torque the fasteners on my bicycle. What I would recommend doing is maybe getting a little notepad or something, and if you look up the torques for things, write them down. So as you do maintenance on your bike, you can keep track of it so you don't have to look it up each time. And I'm talking about bicycles, but this could be used for any application that could use a 1/4 inch torque wrench. So there are automotive applications where you could use this. You wouldn't be able to torque your car wheels with this, but there are other nuts and bolts you could tighten down with this. So that's the Vanpo 1/4 inch drive torque wrench. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.